Hello everybody, Martin here, back with another Legacy League, playing Omni Show tonight. Um, so I've played this deck before. The main deck is pretty much intact. We've got the sort of mishmash of Sneak Show and Omni Show. We've got 3 Sneak Attack, 3 Gristlebrand's, 3 Emrakul's. Got the 4 Show and Tells, then we've got 3 Omniscience and 3 Cunning Wish. So that's the business. We've got a lot of basics and then 5 of the soul lands, 2 traders, 3 tombs, got the blue spells. Um, the way the deck wins, obviously, is to cheat a big creature into play either through sneak attack or show and tell, or to get omniscience into play, and then winning from there is usually academical. But either you hardcast Emrakul, get a time walk trigger and then annihilate them, or you cunning wish for Firemind's Foresight, cast that, get another Cunning Wish and some more spells, end up with Release the Ants and a 8, 10, or 15 converted mana cost card on top of your library to win from there. The sideboard, I've made one change actually. I removed the 1 defense grid to add a second Pyroblast because I really like Pyroblast. And running the Wish board means you are often hard pressed for sideboard spaces, so but I decided to do that. Nothing else really to say. Some bullets. Beseiju is really strong. Yeah. So let's. I saw that my match was ready, so let's see if our opponent is ready, and we'll have our round 1 here. And we've lost the die roll, so that's what it is. Can't seem to win dice rolls these days. Yeah, this is a pretty cool hand. We only got 1 land, but that's actually okay because we can fetch Basic Island, Ponder, and we've got Force back up to protect Show and Tell, and then we can show Omniscience. From there, we only have really the cantrips right now to win with, but I feel pretty good about that. So let's see what we're up against. We're up against Ancient Tomb, Mimic. Okay, Eldrazi. So that's fine. If it had been a Chalice, we would have had to snap off the Force there. So we can find like an Ancient Tomb. Oh, there's the card that's gonna win once we have Omniscience in play. So we just want to find lands now, basically, with this this Ponder here. Ideally a soul land, but yeah, that's fine. I mean, we wanted a soul land. This means we can't win until turn 3, but we'll take it. And then like we can protect Show and Tell next turn with Brainstorm because they won't be able to go for Thought Not Seer this turn. I guess they can actually. Never mind. We can force that. They can't Thought Not Seer through a Chalice. Sorry, through a Cavern is what I meant to say. So let's just force that. And we pitch Omniscience, which means we are kind of revealing what we're playing. And that also means that they can keep up Warping Wail. But we have Brainstorm and we know the next card we're going to draw is Force of Will, which can take care of that. I hope they don't have Second Thought Not. Looks like they do. No, okay, Matter Reshaper. Never mind. That's fine. Alright, so that was fairly perfect for us. Them playing the Matter Reshaper. That should make this academical. We're going to draw the Force of Will just anyways, because why not? And no reason to show them the red in our deck. They might think we're mono blue, so they might like try to. They might not think to play around sneak attack or blood moon in the next game. This should prompt the concession, but if not, then we should be able to find, yeah, Emrakul. Oh, cast the second Omniscience. Yeah, right, they concede. All right, excellent. So we want the Blood Moons in this matchup, and probably that's it. You could argue that Rushing River is a thing to protect ourselves against like thorns and stuff, but with the thorn in play, Rushing River costs 4, right? So I'm not sure that's that realistic. I don't mind just removing the 2 preordains because Chalice for 1 is a very definite thing here. I suppose we could also, like, Misdirection is a pretty dead duck in this matchup. We can't misdirect Warping Whale unless there were to be, no, never mind, we can't. There can never be 2 sorceries on the stack at the same time, I don't think. But what would we want to bring in instead? Maybe just like having a preordain is actually better than having the misdirection. There's a world where we like Show and Tell Grizzlebrand, and then we get into a combat situation where they have like Dismember, and we want to misdirect that, but I think that's pretty far-fetched. So we have to mulligan this because we don't have any lands. We do have lands here, so that's nice. I don't think we want the Cunning Wish. I think that only really goes together with Omniscience. Okay, so Mimic is fine because that means like we'd be kind of upset to get turn 1. I should have played the Flooded Strand actually. I should have been able to, because Flooded Strand, like Scalding Tarn can get Basic Mountain, and they might have Wastelands. So that was a misplay. If they don't do anything relevant here, we're gonna end up turn Brainstorm and hope to find something to show and tell in. It looks like they are chalicing us or thorning us, so we're gonna pierce that instead. Right. Let's see if we find, well, we find Grizzlebrand, so I can't really complain about what we've drawn, how we've run today. They could have something relevant on the other end of the show and tell. There could be like Caracas, or there could be, I guess, like Endbringer is actually not that nice to be facing down, and Grizzlebrand is not like, well, we'll still get to draw like a bunch of stuff with Grizzlebrand. So let's see. Thought-Knot Seer, I mean, they'll take the Brainstorm or the Ponder, obviously, but Grizzlebrand should still boss this. Yeah, they take the Brainstorm, that's fine. So we'll just pass the turn. There's no need to push the Grizzlebrand button currently. Alright, I means they can cast 6 mana stuff. But that also means they can't cast Dismember unless they have Spirit Guides. So I don't really see any attacks they can make here. So hopefully we can maybe win now. We're at a point where we're actually just attacking and leaving them with 11 guaranteed on the swing back doesn't feel that great. So I think we're going to draw and see what we find. Yeah, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 with the pedal, 5 with the land, so we could cast the sneak attack, but then we can't, we don't have enough, we could cast it and activate it, but we don't have anything to put back. Yeah, it was to put into play. So I think we're going to Brainstorm here. Then draw just air, so that's not so good. Let's put back some of this stuff. Put back a sneak attack. I guess we'll fetch and ponder. Not playing around Wasteland anymore. That's not really very good. Let's shuffle. I don't think we ponder again here. I think we just pass. So let's say they draw or they play a smasher. Then they attack with 5, 10, 15, 19. We get in the way of 5 of them. So 14 connects and we gain 7 up to 14. So a smasher actually is lethal. So if they have smasher, we're dead. Anything other than smasher, and I think we're fine. Well, mimic can still mean smasher, so I guess not. So if we can find an Emrakul, we can just annihilate their board with sneak attack. But that means we can't attack first, so let's see here. We have quite a bit of mana with the City of Traders. Okay, well, I mean, Blood Moon is a thing, right? Blood Moon is a thing. Blood Moon means they can't really get big creatures into play. We have double force. Means going down to 5 from the Ancient Tomb. But I think that's okay. Let's do this. I guess we should just also put back City of Traders. So we go down to 4 actually. Is that good enough for us? So like let's say they attack, we block with the endless one, and then we take 8, but we gain 7, so and we're at 4, so we're at 11, so we're at 3. I'm not sure, man. I think it's the right play now. I think we painted ourselves a little bit into a corner with the with playing the lands the way we did. The other way like if we had played what's this? Warping Whale? So they were putting a 1/1 onto the battlefield. I guess there's no real point in countering that with a force. So I think we ponder here. It leaves us with only a single force, but I think that's fine. We can't use any of these cards, for goodness sake. My kingdom for an Emrakul. Good news is now their cavern is blank, so we can force. Four mana, 4 red mana. 4/4 for endless one. I think we actually have to counter this. Frustrating as that is. So it'll drop us to 3. I think they have to Alpha Strike here, right? It'll leave us at 3 still. Okay, I guess they don't. Okay, so wait, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lands, or 6 mana. So if we can't use Impulse and then still find Emrakul and then Sneak Attack and into play. I think we can brainstorm. If we find Emrakul, then we just win, right? I guess we don't, but we can Cunning Wish for Intuition. That seems like a horribly drawn out plan. I guess we could Cunning Wish for Kozilek's return at end of turn, and then we can kill like 3 of their guys. Guess I don't hate that. Take 6, 7, 8, 9. Another endless one, I guess. Well, we still have to kill this. Do they have lethal on us now? Let's say. We go to 9. Yeah, actually they do. Oh, that was annoying, but what can we do? I think they're working it out. So we get in front of the endless one, we take, we gain 7, go to 9, then we take 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, we're dead. Yeah. We could have just hard cast the Forcible. That was stupid. Well, I don't think we change our plan here. I think we're still okay. Ugh, that was a bit unfortunate. And we can't keep this due to no, like the only land being the City of Traders, so we have to mulligan. This is awkward. We're like a show and tell away from greatness. So let's keep this and scry. You know what? I'm going to scry this to the top, and then we're going to go Ancient Tomb go, and then we're going to go turn 2 Blood Moon and hope that they only have like whatever threat they get into play isn't going to be enough. Like if they just go Chalice here, that's actually fine. If they go Thorn here, that's disgusting. Yeah, Chalice is fine. I mean, obviously it's not great that we can't cantrip, but I'm not sure if they can really cast anything other than endless ones from here on in, and we have, like, all we're missing is a show and tell. Like, sneak attack would also work. So now they can make a 2/2 endless one. Or a Thorn, yeah. I mean, Thorn is annoying, but it's not the end of the world. Because, like, it's not now anyways, because now we got our 4th land, so show and tell is still on, and we have Emrakul off the Omniscience. So this is a pretty good indication, I think, of how strong, like how this game turns out is a pretty good indication of how strong Blood Moon is against this deck. Can they play the Reality Smasher? Smasher, the Matter Reshaper? Is that just 3 or is that 2 and a colorless? But I guess like just making 3/3s and 4/4s with these endless ones is going to be good enough, right? If we can't draw anything. So basically now we need to draw Show and Tell or Sneak Attack. We have 7 of those cards. Alternatively, we can draw Intuition and then but then that requires another turn. So we just have to hope they don't have another endless one, or else we're actually in pretty big trouble. Looks like they have something. Nope. Okay, good. Okay, so Cunning Wish means we can end of turn Cunning Wish for Intuition, and then Intuition for Show and Tell, or we can Cunning Wish for Through the Breach, but Through the Breach takes another mana, and that would not kill them, obviously. It would just annihilate them with Emrakul. So I think Cunning Wish for Intuition is actually not the worst. I don't think there's any other profitable play here. Like I said, Through the Breach is the only other really real thing here, but that requires us to top deck a land, which we might not for several turns, in which case the Intuition is just safer, although it takes more, like guaranteed another turn. So I guess the thing about Intuition is we lose to Surgical Extraction. Nah, never mind. They have Chalice on 1, so that's not a thing. Yeah, I'm not sure if we lose to anything now. Warping Whale can't be cast off colored mana alone. Chalice for 2, that's interesting. But ultimately inconsequential, sure. Alright, so get the 3 Show and Tells. Let's just expand this. So I think what we do lose to now is if they have some kind of destroy on, like, enter the battlefield effect card in their hand, like Ashen Rider or something like that. But you can't play around everything, right? If they have Thought Knot Seer, okay, and Bringer, that doesn't matter. If they had Thought Knot Seer, they would take the Emrakul and we would have Gristlebrand, which would probably still be enough, considering the Blood Moon. So that should be it, right? Because they won't ever get to untap with their Endbringer, so to speak. Yeah, alright. So off to a good start here. That was pretty cool. So thanks for watching. I'll be back with round 2 of this league.